In this video, we'll be taking a look at a small Imperial convoy that I made recently. Mostly I wanted to show off these two vehicles again and see exactly how many action figures they can store on them. And I'm actually quite impressed. It's pretty compact. I figure maybe the hover tank here could fit maybe 20 action figures if you're lucky. One, and there's about 15 on here right now, so I figure you could fit a few more, especially in the middle there. Of course, that'd be kind of cramped, but it's doable. You could probably fit some guys around the edge there, and maybe even fit a guy up, well, maybe not on top of the engine there. But it's pretty realistic. It's not unusual for guys to be sitting off the side of a tank or something like that. Kind of looks like what would be a scene out of World War II or something like that. Mostly used the Remnant Stormtroopers and the Minben Stormtroopers here. I did include a few Sand Troopers. That's another video I've been wanting to make at some point, is a few more focusing on the Sand Troopers. Would like to make a diorama at some point, but I would really like to include a dewback, which I don't have. It's unfortunately one I kept passing up on at the times he was available. Do have two snipers posted on the tank here, one watching the rear and one guy here watching the front. Yeah, I really like these Minben Stormtroopers. These were some of the first ones I got in this new articulation, or the new Stormtrooper mold. I think a lot of people have kind of forgotten that this was actually the very first Stormtrooper variant that was in this tooling. We actually did not get the normal Imperial Stormtrooper first. I have about 6 of them, I think. I do have an unpainted, or an unweathered one, I should say, from Convoy. I'll show off at some other point. They have the Imperial troop transport here, which I did manage to fit a lot in it, but for being a troop transport, it really doesn't hold a lot. I actually think this tank here might hold a little bit more. Yeah, adjusting his helmet, or try to make that pose. I do have the 2 tank drivers in there. And that's something else we need updated in TVC, is some more Sand Troopers. I have like a dozen of them. I think those 2 are probably one of the, or some of the better ones that you can get, that actually have some weathering. Hasbro has made some Sand Troopers over the year that don't really have any weathering at all. Have to be careful with that. I don't want all the troopers to fall off the side. So obviously this troop transport is severely underscaled. Between the turret being able to shoot their own guys, and then as we saw in the show, you could or the stormtroopers are supposed to exit these doors on the side. It almost looks like it's supposed to be like a turret spot or something like that. Let's see here. So that's really about the most you can fit in there realistically. And I tried to include a lot of equipment in there, like the mortars and part of the E-web gun, which I do have the power box, saying the passenger side right here. Wasn't able to fit that in there at all. I figured it would kind of make sense for it to be a passenger. You really need more than one pilot. And unfortunately there's only 4 seats in here, so like the shore trooper squad leader there, he's only able to basically sit on the floor. And this guy here and then that stormtrooper there is on their knee. Maybe I'll try and see if I can condense this even more at some point. Have to get the Death Troopers featured on channel at some point as well. I have quite a few of those. Hasbro has probably released these guys more than any other in recent years. You can still find that troop builder pack, no problem. I think I'm up to like 15 of them now. One other thing I'll show is the weapons rack here. I've never really been able to get too many Stormtrooper rifles on there, or any of the E11s. They just don't want to fit very well unless it's along the edges there, as you can see. And even that second one from the right, as you can see, is not all the way in there, and I just have a hard time trying to get that. Plus, it's a very flimsy weapons rack. I'm not sure if you can take it out. It looks like it's a separate piece. So I might try that. Yeah, just kind of a shorter video today. Wanted to give these 2 vehicles another chance on the camera, see what more they can do, and I think it turned out really well. Might try a few more displays at some point. Would like to try and make a regular diorama scene with these, something like they're going up a mountain or something like that. I think this would be an interesting convoy to make. Anyways, hope you enjoyed taking a look at it and got some ideas out of it. Stay tuned for plenty more videos in the future. Always be more to come. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate your support. And check out some links in the description if you haven't done so already. As always, thanks for watching.